Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the AJW number UG3-R3330. This is a typical and classic wall-to-floor grab bar, simply a 90-degree angle, obviously a little bit unwieldy to show in the camera. But the UG3 is the series of the bar, and we're going to go over that in a moment. The R3333 is the design of the bar, which is this shape that we have here. So the application of this bar is obviously going to be wall to floor on a commode, is really where it's going to be used. There is an image below this video, not unlike this orientation that we have here. There is an image below this video showing the L1 and the L2 dimension. The L1 dimension on this bar is 33 inch. That's the height. That's from the floor to the center line of the bar, to the center line. The 30 is the center line of the vertical bar back to the wall. As you will see on this UG3 design, let us define what UG3 stands for. There are several links below this video to the to some documents. Number one is going to be the product brochure, which will be handy to review for the grab bars, because on page 1 of that document you will learn how to define grab bars from AJW. The first part of the part number is the style or the series. The first part is going to specify the diameter of the bar and the flange type. When you look at that document on page 1, you will see the table by which all of these are determined. You've got 1 inch diameter, 1.25 inch diameter, and 1.5 inch diameter. You have concealed snap flange, you have concealed set screw, and then you have exposed. This is a concealed snap flange where when you take the escutcheon and you literally push it down over this, it just snaps in place, as I've just done. That finishes off the installation and the look. Okay? You can do this where you've got the same flange, but then there are set screws that are drilled and tapped for you to attach them. Not very common that we actually sell that model, which is the UG, it'd be the UG30 in this sort of model, the concealed set screw. The concealed set screw is actually, to be clear on what that is, it is where you take the wall plate and you attach it to the wall, and then you affix the bar to that wall plate with 3 heavy set screws. Like I said earlier, we don't sell a lot of those, and quite frankly, I would be not suspect, but it wouldn't be my go-to. I would not want any bars, weighted rate capacity, which let's just say it's 250 pounds, to rely on set screws. I would want the bar physically connected to the wall via the welded on plate that's here, and you can see that discoloration. That's the welding that's been done stainless to stainless. So the concealed snap flange is real common. That is all detailed on the lower right-hand corner of page. Well, it is a one-page document, and you can see the exposed flange, the concealed snap flange, which is the UG3, and the concealed set screw flange. Concealed snap flange, by far the most common. Exposed flange are common as well, only because they're more economical. They're less costly. And then finally, concealed set screw flange, I see, that's generally more costly. It's just simply a condition of labor to manufacture the item. Interestingly enough, on that page 1 where you've got the table by which to determine the first part of the part number, you'll see how you can change the part number to get a different sort of version. You can do a powder-coated type of finish. You can do polished stainless. You can do a safety grip, which would be like a knurled, heavy textured sort of grip. So the product brochure is handy because it will give you all those details and others. Now, there's a second sheet, there's another sheet called grab bar configurations. It's a one-page thing, and you can see how you will then add a letter to the part number to derive the physical shape of it. Is it linear? Is it an inside 2 wall? Is it a wall to floor like the R? Is it an S where it's wall to floor with an outrigger? Then finally, after that, all you're going to do is add your part number. So you can understand how this is a UG3-R-3330. series and diameter and flange, UG3, shape R, size 3330. So that's how that all goes. There is an additional link below this video to a tech sheet that's just for the UG3-R bars, and you can review that data there. Finally, there's a measurement guide which allows you to determine how the grab bar sizes are configured. Very important to know what you're defining as L1 or length 1 and L2 as length 2. Also very clear to understand that when you're measuring these dimensions, it's from the hard surface generally to the center of the bar, meaning that if you have an 1.5 inch diameter or a 1 inch diameter and it's 30 inch, it's always going to be 30 inch to the center line of the bar regardless of the bar diameter. So that's helpful to review there. Now, this is fabricated of 18 gauge stainless steel with a number 4 satin finish. Available in an 1.25 inch diameter as well. 1.25 inch is less common than 1.5 inch. 1.25 inch is used primarily because it's economical. Seniors, I have heard from, they like the larger diameter because there's more surface area, which translates simply to this: less discomfort when pushing off on the bar. A senior will complain when there's a 1 inch bar or an 1.25 inch bar and they push off on it because it simply is less surface area, bringing more, exact pressure to the hand. 1.5 inch diameter is by far the most common bar diameter that we sell, although ADA compliance would allow a smaller diameter bar to begin with. All bars maintain a constant 1.5 inch offset. That is going to be, of course, I won't be able to show you that on this sort of bar, but where you have like an inside wall, a 2-wall configuration, you will be able to realize. I'm trying to pull up which document it's easiest to see that on. Well, the measurement guide absolutely shows it. 1.5 inch offset, that basically is the clearance from the from the wall surface to the inside of the bar. So if this had a flange down here, if it was an inside 2 wall and the flanges were out here and here and here and here, the dimension from the face of the wall to the inside of the bar is always going to be 1.5 inch. Okay, then you have your bar diameter and your size. Let's see here now. The flange fabricated of 3 inch diameter, 11 gauge stainless steel. The snap flange has a number 4 satin finish on it to match. Okay, flanges are heliarc welded to the bar to form a one-piece construction. Each flange has 3 mounting points. Screws or bolts or fasteners are not included. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page within our website where you will be able to review not only all the AJW products that we sell, but I have a video there that shows the different AJW grab bar anchors. You will see those shown and you can purchase those separately. It will be important if you are going to purchase fasteners along with the bar to review those items, because some of the kits, and I don't remember the details, some of the kits you'll get 2 screws with it, and some you'll get perhaps 1 or 3, I forget. The point of the matter is this: you need to determine the kit if you want those MK-20, where you're going to have, I believe they're a number 14 by 2.5 inch stainless panhead screw. How many come in the kit? Is it 2? In that case, if you're going to use all of those screws, you need 3 kits because you're going to have 3 mounting points. Now keep in mind, this is a bar that simply mounts to the top of a surface on the floor. This is not a bar that you're going to core a hole into the floor and then drop the bar down into it. So you will absolutely have to have, and on both the floor and the wall, properly reinforced, proper reinforcements to be able to support the designed load of 900 pounds on this bar when properly installed. Bars with greater offsets will support up to 250 pounds. This would certainly be a 250 pound sort of rated item. There's a paragraph below this video called installation. Before installing grab bars, verify that you're code compliant. Verify that you're ADA compliant, certainly. If you are installing this in a home, and it's very likely that you are for a disabled person or someone who simply will benefit from having a bar next to a commode or two of them. Make sure that you've got the dimensions correct. Make sure that it's usable. You don't want to put it too close or too far away to be effective. You'll want to test that. And by all means, refer to a general ADA compliance guideline, of which there is a link again on that manufacturer's page. You're going to determine the correct location. You're going to mark your points. You're going to make sure your points are accurate, your mounting points, pre-drill your holes, and then complete your installation based on however you're going to go about with the anchors that you'll use, or you might just source them yourself, is the bottom line. Okay, finally, back to that page on the manufacturer's page. There is indeed a link to all of the AJW products that we sell. There's a link to the manufacturer's website. There's a link to the full product catalog. The short version of AJW is this: very good quality material, very predictable, reliable shipping lead times. If it's not in stock, it generally ships in about a week. Count on a week for something to ship, perhaps a little longer. If it's a time-sensitive issue, reach out to us first and just let's determine the lead time prior to you ordering. You'll have excellent customer service and technical support with AJW. And finally, you're going to have great value. Their items are very good quality for the dollar spent. And if you're considering a small or a large project and you're not sure which manufacturer you want to work with, I absolutely suggest that you order a sample of the material so that you can judge and qualify the quality of the AJW product before perhaps discounting them as a possible supplier or manufacturer, I should say, for your installation. If you have any questions on the AJW, UG3-R3330 wall-to-floor grab bar, or any other AJW product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.